Okay, we're good.
Okay, hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Thanks everyone to coming into Watch Us Wednesdays, where I'm always talking to Liz Kranyak, who's a custom jewelry designer here at Premier Gems in Calgary, Alberta. Now, Liz, when you are making jewelry, obviously, there's a lot of attention put on the gemstone. But I wanted to talk a little bit today about the kind of unsung hero of the piece, which is the precious metals. Now, gold has always kind of been a staple of luxury in jewelry, but I wanted to see, have you noticed the climate changing in terms of what people are asking for bands, for wedding rings, for example?
For wedding rings specifically, we are getting more and more of a request for an alloy. Well, it's a mixture of alloys, and it's called Mokume Gane, which is a really cool, really great pattern and a really great look. And what it is, it's a Japanese sword technique.
Oh, wow.
Where you have various metals that were folded over. So the Japanese swords were folded over, and so you get this like line and pattern look to it. Mokume Gane is a much more modernized process of that, so we're not spending millions of hours hammering steel or whatnot. So what that is it's a layered look. Looks kind of like wood or marble.
Oh, wow.
And we'll have a layer of yellow gold, we'll have a layer of rose gold, we'll have a layer of copper. We'll sandwich all this together, flatten it out, make some textures, and you end up with this really great, really unique pattern. Yeah, something to look up. It's definitely something that's up on our website and available in our portfolio, Mokume Gane. So we're getting a lot of requests for that. Not many people make it either, so.
Yeah, no, I've honestly never heard of it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll add a little link to where you can find out what it looks like and information about it to the chat in case people want to find out, because it's very interesting and unique. I've certainly never heard of that before.
Yeah.
In terms of alternatives for gold as well, for settings, you hear a lot about platinum. Can you just describe to me a little bit difference between platinum gold and gold?
Okay, so platinum is its own metal all by itself. It's usually 950, so 95% is platinum, and then about 5% of it would be ruthenium or other metals. And that's just fillers or impurities that just happen in nature or that would be added to make sure that it's workable. Platinum is dense. It is the densest metal out there. It is heavy. And what people liked about it in the past was its high ductility. And what that means is when you push it over, it stays there.
Okay.
If this is my stone and this is the metal, so what's great about platinum is when you push it over, it stays. Gold, when you push it over, it bounces back a little bit, and that's low ductility. So that's why people dating back to Queen Victoria's time have loved platinum so much. The only thing is, in today's day and age, you really don't need platinum. We have a lot of better technology out there for setting stones. We have some great alloys that show up just as white as platinum and that are much cheaper. We weigh metal by the gram, so platinum is pretty heavy and much more expensive.
Got it.
So honestly, I really talk people out of doing platinum unless they have a very, very intrinsic connection to it. So
what about silver? Was there any requests for you to make any jewelry out of sterling silver?
Sterling silver we usually use for family rings, really personal projects, lots of pendants. I don't do a lot of silver engagement rings. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, no, of course. I think that's very rarely seen, actually.
Yeah, but not everybody knows that. So I mean, that's unless somebody has a very specific intrinsic value. Like some people really like silver. Some people even say that there's a spiritual connection to silver. It's a communication metal. I don't know, but there are people who have connections to silver like that. So
okay, and obviously with having pieces of jewelry out there, where you're focusing more on the metal and say without the stone, for example, like just basic bands. I just wanted to know in terms of personalization, like if somebody did request a piece of jewelry sans a gemstone, are you able to do engraving for them at all?
Absolutely. We do many types of engraving. We have an engraver that's on staff, and he is a genius. He is amazing. He does everything by hand, and we can do pretty much anything for engraving within gold, silver, platinum, and white gold. We are able to do tungsten and titanium, but that's a whole other engraver, and that takes a little bit longer. So.
And is that requested very often, titanium?
We can do titanium bands. We order them, so they are milled. They're not made traditionally like the same way as gold or silver. So we do have a supplier for titanium and tungsten bands at great prices too. So definitely, if you're looking for a titanium or tungsten band, you can check us out. And then we can have it custom engraved for you.
Oh, awesome. And you know, sometimes people are very good, obviously, at acquiring jewelry, but not the best at looking after it. What are some suggestions for tips you have for maintenance so that the metal won't tarnish over time?
So silver is the most finicky of metals to wear and to use, especially with silver and most white gold. Pretty much any of your jewelry. Do not wear it to the beach. Do not wear it in the hot tub. Do not wear it in the hot tub. It will actually corrode your jewelry, and we'll have to polish it. So, so very, very important tips for vacationers. And don't wear it in the pool, because the chemicals in the pool are going to affect your metal as well.
And in terms of actual things to polish the metal, is there like a specific brand or like a household item people normally use? I remember my grandmother used to use vinegar and ketchup. I don't know if that's still a thing.
I've never heard of the ketchup. That's a new one. My grandmother used to use toothpaste, and I'm going to say do not do that.
Okay.
Vinegar, I don't see why not. But really the best care for your jewelry is a soft old toothbrush, some palm olive or some gentle dish soap, and warm water, and just brush it all away.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Other than that, stop by your favorite goldsmith. We're happy to clean your jewelry. We're happy to have somebody to talk to while you're being cleaned. So.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, Liz, well, thank you so much. I mean, you've answered all of my questions thoroughly and accurately, as usual. Now it's good to know that there's so many different options for metal other than gold as well, to be used for all different types of jewelry for every occasion. And also that precious metals are still beautiful and wonderful and a lovely option for a jewelry piece, even if you want to do it something flashy like a stone. So thank you, Liz, for your time, and I will be talking to you again shortly.
Okay, always great to be here.
Okay, have a good day. Bye.